Recording video, recording audio. All right, guys, this is like take number 12. It is past midnight right now, and I've been thinking about this video a lot, and I just want to get it out to you because it's an important topic. I've been helping people move to Medellin, and these are the two most important things that I ask them. Number one is, what do you want from Medellin? And number two is, what are you going to give Medellin? Whenever someone picks my brain, because I get my brain picked a lot on Instagram, on Facebook, people are always hitting me up, emailing me, or even on the channel. People want to know what life is like in Medellin and how they can make their way down here, either semi-permanently or permanently. And I ask them these two questions always because it'll help you determine how you're going to come down to Medellin and whether it's going to be a successful stay or a failure. I've seen it time and time again. I have a couple of stories that I want to go over. The first one is of a friend that I helped about 4 years ago come down from the United States. I helped him find an apartment in Laureles. It was in a high rise there. The unit was giant. It wasn't a penthouse unit, but it was a really big one with a great view. The building had a pool. It had a sauna. It had a gym. It was close to everything. One of the parks down there, which was amazing. And on the outside, his life looked amazing. He was partying all the time. He was going out with people, with beautiful women. Things were going on, and on Instagram, on Facebook, his life looked like that of a celebrity. So after about a year, he left. And as he was leaving, I asked him, what happened? And he said, I didn't find what I was looking for. And I said, well, what were you looking for? And he said, I don't know, but it wasn't that. And that made me think a lot about my own life and my own decisions and where I wanted to go, in the next few years. And it was sad to see him go, but at the same time, I think it was time for him to go because he couldn't continue to lead that lifestyle. The second story is that of a student from the Medellin Masterclass. If you don't know by now, I have a business called the MedellinMasterclass.com where we help people learn how to move down here or just do it all for them. So this person wanted to come down here. He had a budget of about $150,000 to buy an apartment so that he can qualify for the property owner visa in Colombia and stay here, longer than 6 months at a time. As we were helping him find this apartment, he realized that Medellin has more to offer than just leveraging dollars for pesos. He realized that he can not only buy a great property for lower than what he could in the United States, but he could also hire locals to build his current businesses, and he could also leverage his time and help more people down here because he is pretty philanthropic and he wants to help the community. So he said, I don't want to just find a 150,000 peso or $150,000 apartment, put it up in Airbnb and just be in and out of the city. I want to live here permanently. So he upped his budget to about $400,000. So as you think about this question, what it is that you want from Medellin, let me go over some of the things that Medellin offers. The first one is the obvious one, the lower cost of living. Colombia offers a lower cost of living than most first world countries out there. Yet Medellin is pretty advanced. Even though Colombia is a developing nation, Medellin is an advanced city that has a great infrastructure, from potable water to high-speed internet to a great healthcare system and education. Medellin is desirable because you can get these first world comforts at a lower cost. Another great thing that the city offers is its weather. The great weather allows for a lot of outdoor activities, whether it's hiking, bird watching, or just sitting at your favorite cafe reading a book. You could do that year round. Then there's the culture. It's enchanting, it's charming, the people are friendly and hardworking, and if you're trying to learn Spanish, the accent here is actually one of the easiest ones to understand. And yes, Medellin has crime issues, and safety issues. But I promise you that the good people outweigh the bad people here, and you'll find that out as you live here. Furthermore, even though it's not a culinary destination on a lot of people's travel itinerary around the world, it is improving. You can find well-balanced food options, and the restaurant scene is growing. There are more international restaurants now than there ever have been. If you're working out here, whether it's online or physically, you can find a great work-life balance because there's a lot of extracurricular things to do, whether it's indoors or outdoors. As you continue to think about the things that you want from Medellin, let me tell you a little bit about me and what I want. Over the last 13 years, my plans have changed. I was deported from the United States back in 2010, so when I first got here, my plan, what I wanted was to get a job as an English teacher, to find work online, and hopefully get some clients from the United States that could pay me in dollars. Fast forward to today, I own a digital marketing agency, an Airbnb business, the Medellin Masterclass, and this channel where I get to share my life with you. Now that I'm 42 years old, what do I want out of Medellin? I want to raise a family. I want to keep growing, not only financially, but also socially and personally. I want to buy an apartment building. I want to buy a finca, a traditional country home for my parents. So in essence, I want to take advantage of Medellin. Yes, I said it. I want to keep making US dollars so that I can keep hiring people here, so that I could keep growing. And the money that I invest in Colombia, I don't care to turn it back over to dollars. Why? Because I believe in Colombia. I'm going to die in Colombia. That brings me to the next question. What are you going to give Colombia? Throughout my journey here in Medellin, I've met a lot of wonderful people from all around the world that have traveled to Colombia, immigrated here, and made Medellin their home. The people that have made it here the longest and that are still here have one thing in common. They have something to live for here. Whether it's a child, a business, a charity, they're giving something back to the community, to the city. So as you think about your dream of living in Medellin, ask yourself, what are you bringing to the table? And it doesn't have to be money. For example, I am the co-founder of HelpColombiaNow.com, which is a nonprofit organization where we've helped hundreds, if not thousands of families and children across the city, and we continue to do so year after year. But when I first got here, I was completely broke. Like I said before, I was deported. I didn't even have a job. So I volunteered my time. I started helping out at orphanages, at nonprofit organizations, etc. The fact is that you should have the intention to come down here to give back as well. It might be easy for you to come down here and buy a $200,000 penthouse and live like a king, but I guarantee you'll start feeling empty inside and you will burn out if you don't have a bigger reason for living here. So by answering these two questions, it's going to help you determine a few important things like where you're going to live, who you're going to hang out with, and what things you're going to do out here, and hopefully make your stay here a very successful one. So let me know in the comments, what are your answers? What do you want from Medellin, and what are you going to give Medellin?